Listen, Steven, I know it's been a long time, but you got this. You got this, man.
Okay.
You can work this. You'll be great. I mean, you're the 19th person I asked to host tonight. So, I mean, I have faith in you. You're in my top 20, big guy.
I feel good. I feel good about myself right now.
All right. I am happy about that. I'm there in spirit. I am hoping you're going to be happy and everything's going to be cheerful and gay. You know, it's going to start off great. It's going to be fun. You're going to have fun. You're live right now. I don't know if I told you that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Hi.
Yeah. So start your intro.
Oh, yeah.
No, just say something. God damn it. Talk, man.
Hi, everybody. Hail the chat. Thank
Ba-doop-a-doo.
I used to be somebody.
I don't even know who you were.
I was the Phantom Menace historian, damn it.
I don't even know what that means. I just saw you in the chat, and I was like, this lose. I mean, Guy will totally cover my back.
I was going places, and I had more subs than you at one point.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually historically true, but okay.
I hit 2,000 first.
Is that true?
Yeah, and then I lost it.
Yeah, well, I hit 5,000 last 2 nights last night, and I lost them all.
Wow.
Yeah, I lost 600 subs.
That makes me kind of feel a little bit. I mean, that's horrible, dude. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ba-doo. Yep, looks like a Wednesday dump. You only got 6 people watching.
Awesome.
Thanks, Mad. Yeah, Matt. This is called an intro, Steven.
I have one too. Well, I have a couple, but they get.
Oh, you still have a channel?
I do stuff now and again. Yeah. People still like me, Scott. There's some people that still like me.
Look. You know, what's your name again? Steven. Yeah, dude, people like you. You're the Phantom Menace author, book
historian,
guy.
Dude.
Yes. You are a whore. Yeah. And that is a
stalking fact.
Okay, so good luck. I hope you have a great time. I have family here and a soaking wet kitchen floor. So knock it out of the park, Guy. And most likely not a lot of people will see this anyway, so it's fine.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Guys, please support him in any way you can. Slender Dad, it was a trap. Later, guys.
Hail to the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate Scott allowing me to run the Mad Dump. It's obviously not a normal Wednesday, but thank you guys so much for being here. I much appreciate you. Let's go through the chat. Say hail to everybody. What is going on? Awesome one. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Happy Yule to those of you that celebrate it. And it is good to see you. Keely Chow is here with us. What's up, Keely Chow? Hail to you. Thank you so much for supporting all of these wonderful creators in this community. We appreciate that always. Slender Dad is with us. What's up, Slender Dad? Hello. Thank you for being here. Zombie Box Reviews. Hail to you, sir. Thank you so much for all the help that you gave me. I was actually able to buy myself a Yule gift this season because thank you people like you helping me out. And that shows me why I do what I do, why I continue to put on the shows and keep pushing forward and host Scott's show. I thought I was better than him, but apparently he got people like him more now. So, but it doesn't matter. I'm not jealous. I'm not a jealous person. I don't get that way. No, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you for being here. And brother, I can't say enough things, man. Thank you very much. Soul Assassin is with us. Hail and hit the like button. Thank you guys. If you would please, well, no matter what platform you are currently watching this on, Scott is Castle Horror. He's everywhere. He's on everything. He's got channels in every direction. So please hit that like button, share out the link on your social media platform, support Sporky News Podcast. Very appreciative of Scott allowing me to host this show or being an alternate host when Matt isn't available because he's been my best friend since I first started. We came up together. We started our channels around the same time. We promoted one another for a long time. We have been through the highs and lows together. And I tell you this, I've met a lot of very decent people in this community. I have a lot of good friends, people that I go to for help when I need it, people that come to me, people that I've been able to talk about and really become friends with. It's amazing, this YouTube community, this grassroots backlash that came up over the last few years. And no disrespect to any of them. Scott's worth to me, I'd trade them all for just Scotty alone. He's a great dude. He's pushing. He's a good father. He's a good man. So guys, if you could share out links for his channel, let's get him back to 5,000 because that man deserves it. And not only him, but every person that you see on these panels. These Saturday shows are incredible. The Monday shows are incredible. Wednesdays are incredible. All of those people are quality. They are good. You are getting real. From Scott, you're going to get real from every person that Scott has on this channel. So please support them, support all your independent creators. And when you go out there, your favorite 2 or 3 YouTubers, please share out links for them as well. I appreciate you guys being here, and let's continue on and talk. Let's see. Keely Chow says, have you seen the latest video Tom put on his channel, Been a Judge After Dark? No, I have not, and I need to. But thank you, Keely, for reminding us. If you would like to throw a link out to that, I would greatly appreciate it. Guys, tonight we're going to cover a few different things. We're going to cover some articles from Bounding Into Comics, which is a great website. It's like my go-to website, has been for years. Hail to those guys over there, the writers that support us in this cultural war that we're in, this war for our entertainments and our modern mythologies, and thank them for all the work that they do. We're also going to be covering, and I think I'm going to cover this first because Scotty sent me this link. I had an article set up and I was bringing it out there, and then Scotty sent me this link for Avatar 2. For those of you guys have you seen Avatar 2? Let me know in the chat if you've seen it, if you had any interest in it, whatever the case is, because, oh God, it didn't even come up yet. This is this is my first time running the show and I can't even do it right. Oh, there it is, the New York Post. Guys, all right. Avatar 2 called out for a cultural appropriation as a white savior complex. Do y'all remember not too long ago when the first Avatar came out? I mean, it was before a lot of this woke nonsense began. But if you remember, can I even move my tabs? I said same thing, different channel, same problems. My apologies. Did you guys see how it was a big liberal thing? It was like they're standing up for the native peoples. This is representation, and now it's backwards. Now it's the opposite is true. It's but it's not just that. These woke people, they'll argue about anything. They will bring up anything. I am skipping all over the place. Pardon me while I go off camera for a moment. They will go. They will go after any excuse for these crybabies. But this one in particular gets me. Real quick, I just want to say hi to Mackany Draws. Hail to Mackany. Man, we do not kneel. Old Rogue there. Good to see you, dude. Guys, please subscribe to Mackany and the great crew that he has over there. Bruce Lombardo, Mads Mama Bear. Wonderful people in this community that have been my friends for years. It is so good to see you, man. Hail to you. Have a Merry Christmas. I hope all of you have a Merry Christmas. Good to see you, Mac. Thank you so much. But in this case in particular, Mac, if you have time, would you like to come up? I'd like to see you. Let me know in the chat. I'll send you a link if you'd like to come up. Guys, all right, I'm going to read the beginning of this article, and then you've got to see this. Yeah. All right. All right, let's read a little bit of it. Some Avatar critics are accusing film director James Cameron of cultural appropriation. The Avatar 2 Way of Water director 68 is accused of stealing themes, history, and imagery from Native American indigenous cultures for his latest blockbuster. Yeah, he did that before. This was already the theme. We already understood this. The sequel to the 2009 hit Avatar is about colonizers who attempt to take land from native people. In Cameron's version, humans have been forced off Earth due to its dwindling resources. Much like the first flick, the movie boasts a predominantly all-white cast playing the fictional Navis. They're computer generated. What does it matter for the color? It's a computer generated. They're blue. It's an all blue cast. If you want to get serious about it. Minus Zoe Saldana. Oh God, I love Zoe. Zoe's hot. The Black Latina actress. Man, New York Post is all about labels. Why can't people just be people? What is okay? You know what? I'm not going to go into the why people just can't be people bit because we're about to go. I actually had to contact Scott. I had to contact Scott and ask him, how far can I go? What is the ceiling? What is the limit? What is the author allowed to say and not say? This is my channel. I go all in. I would insert myself completely into this topic and thrust myself forward. But I had to ask him because the Native American influencer that is speaking out, you be gay, right? Is I ain't kidding you either, a self-described indigiqueer native trans woman. I ain't kidding y'all. This is not a joke. I am not joking with y'all. That's some serious shit. You be gay is an indigiqueer. And look, before I start going full into this, to any of the transgender, gay, or alternative lifestyle people in the audience, or maybe watching this later, or at any platform, I deeply apologize for everything that I'm about to say because I can't even understand. I can't even understand. How many check boxes does a person need to check? How many check boxes? That's an incredible amount. First off, I said, once you throw trans in there, and I don't have a problem with trans. If you want to live how you want to live, and you want to, just scramble your stuff and do whatever, you do whatever. And those that can get the plastic surgery and stuff, like, awesome, good for you. If you've got the money to do that, I'm glad for you. But I don't trust nothing about that hair. I don't trust. Look, it's hard enough to trust females. Y'all be going out and getting your nails done and your hair did, and you have all kinds of makeup on. You don't look like that when you wake up. God did not make you that way. No hate to my women out there. I understand if you get, I understand the game. I love my females. I love y'all. I'm just saying, it's hard enough. It's hard enough to judge. If you go out, you got beer goggles on, and you're with someone's hot. You wake up and the beer goggles are off, and you hang up, and you're coyote ugly. Like, I don't know, those are things that happen in life. But when you put trans in there, it's hard for me to even understand if that's real hair. Is that real skin tone? What is real going on here? I need a blood test. I and you're complaining about appropriation. Let me get this straight. An indigiqueer trans native woman is complaining about appropriation. You appropriated an entire sex image. You're in a gender image. You've appropriated yourself. What are you telling me? You're going to complain? You be gay, yo. You can't make this stuff up. I really sincerely think that some of these woke people, some of these social justice warrior woke people, these far whatever the hell they are, all of California, they're setting this up on us, y'all. They have to be. They got to be setting it up. How? Look, did you change your name? You be gay? Like, let me go back to the chat for a second. So what's up, Katrina Martin? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Please smash the link, share out the smash the like and share out the link. Much appreciate all of you. Yeah, man. Hail to you. I don't know if I'm coming through slow. Looks like post comments. I'm still learning. I don't know if Scott's StreamYards is different than anything else, but appreciate you guys sharing that out. I just couldn't do that. I got this far in the article. I was reading it for Scott, and I was like, "You be gay, all right? Who's you be gay? You be gay, or yeah, you be gay, you be gay, all right? I don't know. Is you? Am I pronouncing this wrong? I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I might not know. As soon as I got that far, y'all, I said, this is a joke, but it's not a joke. It's not a joke. I looked it up. on the internets. I went to go to the internet never lies. I looked it right up. Let me see if I can get over to this switch. Let's see. Yeah, it says Yui be gay, not Nada Lahi. I can't pronounce this, man. I'm so sorry. I apologize for my whiteness. I can't pronounce that. Two-spirit indigiqueer. I don't understand what the two-spirit thing is, but indigiqueer and Native American transgender woman of the Donnie, activist, advocate, educator, artist, and consultant. Anyway, that's the person that has a problem with this. So, in Native American influencer UB Gay is speaking out against the film. Do not watch Avatar: The Way of Water, tweeted to be gay. This is like, there has got to be some of the critical drinkers or some Moeller, Gary. There's got to be probably Scotty, Ryan. Ryan, please do something about this. You guys are much more managed than Tiff when it comes to this. I see you be gay, and I'm done. I can't even go any further. I'm sorry. Let me get back on track. Do not watch Avatar: The Way of Water. Tweeted be gay, who is also the co-chair of the Indigenous Pride LA. Indigenous Pride LA. Is that like gay Indigenous people? Like why we separate the gay people now? Like I never understood the whole acronym. I don't know. Join natives and others indigenous groups around the world in boycotting this horrible and racist film. Ben Gay. Is it Ben Gay? Wait, be gay, Ben Gay. Ben Gay also, Ben Gay. I think they messed up. Ben Gay also said that indigenous cultures were appropriated in a harmful manner to satisfy a white man's savior complex. What? Yeah, what? Go away. New York Post, go away. Okay, I watched the film, and I was bored for a lot of it. You know, I liked some of it. When the first film came out, I liked the messaging of it. You know, y'all know I'm a Northeast liberal. I'm a little different than some of y'all, Northeast liberal pagan. But I enjoyed the messaging of it. I understood that. You know, without getting too heavy into history, the use of technology, the use of a greater technology to overcome a native people, that's been going on forever. That's been going on since the invention of the spear. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. This is just the way of the world. You got a bigger stick, you can F more shit up. So that film, for me, it's kind of like any story that involves an indigenous group or a weaker nation or a weaker army or one that is less technological, overcoming the technology itself and winning. Like, I really liked it. Like the whole, I liked most of the idea of that film. You know, it was sci-fi, it was fantasy, it was kind of woven into a little bit of our history, and I enjoyed it. But not You Be Gay. You Be Gay got a problem with it. You Be Gay, between the Botox and between the fake nitties and, you know, the weenie whack, You Be Gay had a problem. All right. So we're going to understand why. The social justice influencer. That is actually the part that I read, and it said social justice influencer. I was like, I got to know who You Be Gay is. I got to know who this person is. And then I found out. Social justice influencer referenced a 2010 interview the Titanic director gave to The Guardian, in which he revealed that he went to Brazil and visited the Xingu people of the Amazon, a trip that made him reflect on the experience of North American Indians and ultimately inspired him to make the first Avatar film. So this poor privileged white dude, this poor, let's completely concentrate on the color or the ethnicity or whatever the hell of this person, made him think. When he took this trip, it made him think about what the natives had gone through and during the westward expansion and all of that part of American history, and wanted to do something to reflect kind of a different, you know, a tale similar to it, but in a way that, you know, where the natives won. That's a bad thing. That's cultural appropriation, guys. That's being hateful and racist and toxic, to create a fantasy where the, you know, those who had lost, you know, those who, I mean, in some of the most devastating ways, they won. That's terrible and toxic, guys. That's a misrepresentation. You are not allowed, by the way, you are not allowed, no matter what nation you live in, or no matter what ethnicity you are, or what religion, or wherever you hail from, you are not allowed under the woke doctrine to empathize, to be able to sympathize with anyone else outside of your tiny checkbox. You are not allowed. And if you do, you are appropriating. You are being a hateful bigot. You are being an awful person for doing that, for having the ability to look at another time in history, another culture, another type of peoples, and feel sympathy for them. Or look at what you may think of as mistakes or the plights that they went through. And if you happen to do that, you're a bigot. Don't empathize. No, you got to stay in your checkbox. That's what You Be Gay says. That's what You Be Gay, the two-spirit, indigiqueer, trans native woman, thinks, who has all kinds of check boxes, so she could talk all kinds of shit. After the release of the 2009 film, the term blueface became shorthand and alleging the Avatar universe's appropriation per Newsweek. I never even heard that. I never even heard blueface. Anybody hear that? Anybody? I must not have been in those liberal circles, but I never heard Avatar. You know, it's a cool freaking science fiction film, but a little bit of reflective history thrown in there. I don't know. But with the implication of the franchise's representation of the Na'vi, Native Americans, carried the same racist undertones associated with blackface or yellowface. No, I think that was projection. Let me go back to the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. I want to see what you think. Appreciate you, Jason. Good to see you, man. Jason Fox. The movie is boring, but nice to look at. Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. It was a beautiful film. There was a few spots that I liked, but I think they overplayed a lot of it. You know, they could have cut at least an hour out of that film, and it wouldn't have been so bad. It wouldn't have been so boring to me. Thank you for being here, man. Remember this, no matter what platform you guys are on, we much appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button, share out a link on your social media platform, support Sporking News Podcast. And if this is your first time visiting the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get this man back to 5K and beyond, where he deserves. Tina Martin says, I was bored for the first 5 minutes. I was bored for a little bit. The ending, you know what? The ending was way too long. Like, I understood what they were trying to do and what they were trying to say, and I appreciated that. But it kind of droned on in certain parts, you know. But there were aspects of it that I liked. I just think it could have been edited. It didn't have to be that long. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Soul Assassin, putting it out there. Hit that like and share out the stream. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see who else is here. Let's see. Katrina also says parts of the movie was okay, but it's not a great movie. No, it's not. It's not really great. It wasn't worth the wait, at least in my opinion, for all that time. You know, they should have struck where the iron was hot. And I also didn't like how they just made an excuse to bring back. They did a little juggling to try and get Sigourney Weaver and I can't remember the name of the actor, but the bad guy from the first one, like all of a sudden he's in the Avatar. And I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but you may like it. You may enjoy it. I understood what they were trying to do, but I just didn't think it was executed as well as it could have been. The lovely Sherry is here. Hey, thank you so much for being here, Sherry. Hail to you. Beautiful. Thank you. Hail to the Legion of Memers. Appreciate you being here. We really, man, love seeing you. Thank you so much. Says, I wanted to see Bones and all, and I couldn't even finish that movie. It's some movies are just. It's a shame that some sequels or some films that we really enjoy, we really wanted to see, either come too late or they don't go in the direction that we love to see. Let's see. Jason Fox says, "Effing hate the woke f-tards." You and me both, dude. You and me both. That whole era of garbage, like that whole stuff that started, like, way back in like 2012, I think, 2012, 2013, when it all started, pushed me right out. I was a liberal. I'm a liberal, dude. I was a 90s liberal. I was voting Democrat for almost my entire life. I don't think I've ever voted outside of Democrat until Trump's second run. Because I didn't even support my own party because of the woke ideology, this woke. I can't take that. I would rather stand with some of y'all, non-political, independent. I've made conservatives. I've made a lot of conservative friends. Thank the gods for all this. Being able to make friends with more conservative-minded people opened my eyes to understanding how alike we are in our principles, that we are different. And that's the very thing that the woke ideology does not want us to do. They don't want people coming together. They don't want conversation. They want you to stay in your checkbox. And if you stray out of your checkbox, then you're offending somebody, and therefore you're a bigot. And it's all nonsense and double talk. It's awful, Jason Fox also says a gender, bi gender, two spirit, etc. We could go on forever. It's effing stupid, and it's only two effing genders. And oh my god, it's so stupid. There's a lot of different thoughts on that. There are ways that could have been represented in as far as gender fluidity, sexuality, preference. Like there's that it's a lot more than just that. It is more than an oversimplification, but it is not what the woke tards are out there making it out to be. It's not. And in most cases, you will find if you actually talk to somebody who identifies or lives a certain lifestyle that you have been taught because of this woke bullshit, that they that are they're wrong. They're wrong in what they're even projecting and what they're saying. It's all about division and hate, my brother. It's all about keeping us separated. It's all about making sure that check those differences and keep you in your own checkbox. That is the worst part of the division that has been caused in this ideology. I'm glad for this cultural backlash we've been involved in, this grassroots movement to save our entertainments, to save our culture. No matter where that culture may be, not just American culture, but also the different cultures around the world. There's a reason that you want to hold on conservatively to the values that are built in your country or in your ethnicity or in your society. There's a reason for that. There's a reason you want to hold on to those values. I mean, change with time, absolutely. But they're there for a reason. We have stood the test of time. Let's see. Anybody else? Katina Martin says, they are all shit. They do not make good movies anymore. Okay, Top Gun don't count. Honest God, I haven't seen Top Gun yet. Katina, maybe I should go see. I haven't. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I'm not sure why. I just haven't had the time to do it. But you're right. Most of the movies that I've seen, not really that good. There've been a few. There've been a couple. And there's actually been one or two shows that I've watched recently that I did enjoy. Hail out to Tina Bojan. Don't know where Tina Bojan is out there, but I actually watched Loki and I liked it. Sorry, guys. that's a bad choice, but I'm also the guy who likes Suicide Squad. So it is what it is. Let's continue on with this conversation. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to Sporky News Podcast. This is your first time here. I am an alternative host this week. Mad Barber wasn't able to make it, though, for the Mad Dump. And thank you guys so much for being here. Share out that link, smash the like, subscribe. No matter what platform you're on, please subscribe to Sporky News Podcast. So let's see. Okay, so they're going through the whole representation of the Na'vi and the Native Americans carried out in the same race as undertow the blackface and yellowface. This is an argument that some dumbass liberal made up, that some extremist made up. This is completely a false argument. This is actually a good example of what the media or what people that have media access do to try and create separation. I ain't never heard damn Blueface. I ain't damn one person in any conversation I've ever had talking about Avatar said Blueface. Ain't nobody. That is trying to create an argument for a film that for a science fiction fantasy film showing whose theme is a part of something that happened in our history. Kind of like so that people now can kind of get a bridge of understanding as to what the natives or what native people go through when they are conquered by those with superior technology, uncaringly. That's bringing people together. That's creating compassion, understanding. That is allowing someone through the lens of entertainment to take a look at history or take a look at historical events when they do reference that through a lens that they may never have been able to do before. And this type of article, people like You Be Gay, people like anyone who came up with this damn term with Newsweek and Blueface and all this stuff, that is what they're trying to stop. They don't want us empathizing with one another. They don't want understanding. They don't want bridges of understanding. They don't want us to feel for one another. They want everyone to be cold, calculating, checkbox. You are a cold, unthinking. You are literally an avatar of the system. You are in a matrix. And you are not allowed to care for anyone else. You are not allowed to associate any of your feelings. God forbid you're a white dude and you see a black guy or you see an Asian woman or some other type of person that is not my checkbox, and empathize with their heart, their feelings, their experiences. Be able to reach out emotionally or intellectually and live that experience with them, or feel or be able to learn from that. That is exactly what he does not want. That is what the far left does not want. That is why we are engaged in this culture war right now, because they want to keep us separated. Avatar is a science fiction retelling of the history of the North and South America in the early colonial period, says Cameron in a statement. Avatar very pointedly made reference to the colonial period in the Americas with all of its conflict and bloodshed between the military aggressors from Europe and the indigenous peoples. Europe equals Earth. The Native Americans and the Na'vi. It's not meant to be subtle. No, it's pretty damn ham-fisted, but it's done. I think it was done in a way that the first Avatar was satisfying. I enjoyed that film. I loved I actually really liked it. I watched it over again. I must have watched it for like a month when it came out. Well, you know, when I was able to watch it at home. But it's a damn shame that it's now it's being used again to try to separate us. This is cultural appropriation. How dare you sympathize? How dare you? Social media users slammed Cameron's inspiration for the film. We don't want you. All right. We don't want you to sympathize. We don't want any kind of heart. We don't want people loving one another. We don't want any. No. It's the way it is statically. History static. You cannot change it unless you're woke, and then you can go back and pick through it and just look at it any way you want. Man, I really, why watch a ridiculous movie about blue aliens when you could just support actual indigenous people and our struggle for clean water here on Earth? Slammed another person on Twitter. Yes, we do exist. That person has no idea. That person is a moron. That person is a complete moron. Of course you exist. The film is about your ancestors. And maybe, just maybe, someone watching this film will get interested enough in the subject or the topic, or look through the film, or look through, you know, what Cameron said, what was the inspiration for it, and just maybe they'll look back at history, and just maybe from there they will begin to become more active or interested or active in helping to struggle for your clean water, or your rights, or your representation. Naturally, generically, through compassion, love, and kindness. But some people don't want that. They say they do. A lot of liars out there. There's a whole lot of fakes out there. People that just want to make problems. They don't want answers. They don't want healing. They just want to make problems. The Post reached out to Cameron for comment. Despite calls for the boycott, there are those who support the film. Yeah, it's a film. This isn't that big of a deal. I am a native, just an indigenous person, and Avatar is good, one person said. The movies are versatile enough for the general public to swallow a big pill and talk around colonization. Yeah, that's the whole point. But that's something that UB Gay does not understand. that's not something that UB Gay understands. You can't make that shit up, y'all. You can't make this up. Woke tards are funny as hell. I don't understand. I brought Steven over the dark side. Bojan, the clean European cheerleader. Much appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Please hit that like button, share the link. Yeah, I really did. I want to talk to you sometime about it. You know what? Maybe I'll bring you on a panel. We'll talk about it, because I really did have fun. Really had fun watching that. Let's see. Anybody else? Let's see. Jason says, Loki was trash, but happy you liked it, though. I like the SS and the Hate and SS2 and Peacemaker by James Gunn. Cool. Yeah, man. Suicide Squad. I love this. I love the first Suicide Squad. And that's because I kind of removed the Joker. There's an excuse. I have excuses for it. I have excuses for everything. The timeline of the Batman in the Snyderverse, that Joker is not the original Joker. And that's just the way I excuse it, you know. And I also like Jared Leto. I got a thing for him. It's not like a gay thing. I just think, you know, I kind of like some of his films, although some of his films are completely bad shit. The one about him in quantum physics, I didn't get any of it. It made me want to pull my brain out through my ear. I couldn't deal with that. Yeah, it's just quantum physics. I don't want to watch it because I love it. I like that topic, but no. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people said Loki was trash. A lot of people did not like it, and it is what that's. So that's why, and if that's the thing, Jason. First off, I wasn't watching anything from Disney because of the whole Gina Carano thing. What happened with the Mandalorian, Gina Carano? What they had to hide Luke at the end of the season, the Mandalorian season 2, and all that. All that stuff. I was done with Disney for a long time. Also, other stuff going on in my life, so I didn't have the energy to put into Disney. So I didn't watch Loki. I didn't watch really any of that. I didn't watch Scarlet Witch, the series with her. I didn't watch any of that stuff. And everybody was telling me it was bad. It's bad. This is the thing, brother. That you got to think as an individual. And I'm sure you have. You've watched this. You said it was trash. You didn't like it. You know, you watched as an individual and you decided. A lot of people did. And I'm not saying that people around us in this indie sphere are an echo chamber, but it can kind of feel a little bit like an echo chamber now and again if everybody's hating on the same thing. We got to be careful not to fall into that. It's one of the reasons why I really enjoy Scott. That's why Scott's one of my friends, because he doesn't fall into that. He looks at something objectively and decides if he likes it, and then he'll tell you how it is. Real is a very rare commodity, my friends, and make sure that when if you got real people in your life, you just hold on to them, hold on to them. Let's see, Blueface, right? Blueface Soul Assassin. Who the hell even said Blueface? Who even said that? I don't even get this. That's all made up. That's made up nonsense, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Please, whatever platform you're watching this on, I greatly appreciate you. If you could, please tip Scott using Stream Elements. I believe that there's a description below. And please, tip him, support him. If you can't do that, if you would please share out links for his channel. If you're first time visiting here on whatever platform you're watching, if you would please subscribe, support Sporgady's podcast. This man has a great channel. He has been fighting this for years. He's a good dad. He's only got so much time on his plate, and some of that time he dedicates to you, his audience. And he also puts on shows with some of the best people in this indie sphere, the most real people, intellectuals, funny, fun, good people that he has on this channel. And so please support them and support your favorite 2 or 3 content creators out there. Make sure to share out links and help to promote them, because without you, we would not be here. And we greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Katina Martin says, I can't lie. I watched the 2016 Suicide Squad tonight. Well, LOL, while it was playing, but I was on TikTok. Yes. I got my own TikTok, Katina Martin. You guys at Lodonis on TikTok. Lodonis Dragonstorm. What did you think of it? Well, did you watch it? And what did you think? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And in my opinion, the imperfections of Suicide Squad made it more enjoyable for me, because it's a movie about bad guys. It's not so much an anti-hero movie as it is like there's bad guys. These are dudes that have been bad things. But some of those characters have redemption arcs. You can see good in them. It's one thing Scott had said to me a long time ago: nobody's truly evil. Not exactly something I agree with. But porn bots, if you guys could smack that for me. I don't think there's got to be someone out there. Let me see. Here I am doing this round. Culture Casino is mad around. Can I find photos? Okay, never mind. If you guys can back that for me, I'm sure there's somebody out there that can, and I greatly appreciate that. The imperfections of Suicide Squad, I thought added to the flavor of the film. I didn't want something that was going to be perfect, and so that's what I got. I really liked it, but let me know what you think. That's right. That's right. And as soon as you put out them clean your peen emojis, guys, please clean your peen for independent creators. We support independent creators around here. We support independent creators. We support people that are selling books, that are selling comics. We support people that are they're promoting their YouTube channels and up and coming. Congratulations to Tim's Talk, by the way, for hitting 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations, dude. That is a beautiful achievement. Hail to Tim's Talk. Please go subscribe to him. See him on Twitter or check him out on YouTube. Good dude. Great cat. And as soon as you put the clean your peen out there, that's when Pornbot showed up. So thank you. Cleaning your peen is important for promoting independent creators. Don't ask me how it's linked. Just trust me. That is what we do. Tina also says, most of the fellowship has been kind to me throughout my positive reviews of the MCU shows. I just ignore the jerks. That's what you do, because we are not an echo chamber. And I'm glad to see that is still being supported. It's good. And we need people with different opinions. When you have, when you got a table of UB gays, everybody's agreeing. Everybody's regurgitating, patting each other on the back, smelling each other's farts, and it's like it's roses. You know what I mean? And they talk about their genitals, what they do with their genitals, where they put their genitals, whose genitals are doing what, because that's just what woke leftists do. But they all agree. You're not going to get any kind of diverse opinion. It's everything but diverse. In woke culture, you're going to get everything but diversity. No diversity of thought. Everyone's a checkbox. And what you do with your genitals. And I'm glad to see this indie sphere promotes or helps or listens to and accepts and has conversations. People like Tina Bojan, people like Tim's Talk, who are, do not agree with most of us. And that is the difference between this indie sphere. That is the difference between the fellowship, the Fandom Menace, whatever we're calling ourselves now. That is the difference between us and them. the ability to bridge those gaps and talk to one another about what's going on. Yeah, you like what you like, Miss Tina. That's exactly it. See? Hail Katina. Thank you, baby. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. Yeah, thank you very much, Soul Sass, for swatting that. Guys, what do you think? What do you think of You Be Gay? and what did you think of Avatar 2? Please let me know. I'm going to stop sharing that and get the next article ready. Yeah, I do that, guys. I couldn't even tell you how I had to call Scott. I'm reading this article and I'm like, do you realize the gem that you gave me? It's not because it's not my channel. On my channel, guys, I did a whole 20-minute segment on it. Like just You Be Gay alone. And I had to ask him, and he said, as long as you're not an actual racist or something. And I was like, it's not even about race, man. You got to understand. It's an indigenous queer transgender woman named You Be Gay that is complaining, wanting to boycott about appropriation. Like what? Where do you even go with that? Where do you even go with that? Much appreciation, you guys. Love you. Thank you so much for being here. No matter what platform you are watching this on, please support Sporking News Podcast. Give a like, share out a link. If you're the first time here on whatever platform you're watching, please subscribe and help this brother along. Make sure to stop by on his Monday shows with great ancient history, talking about some very fascinating topics. And on Saturdays, on the Saturday Dump, Scott has one of the most incredible panels of people that you will ever see on any show. And I'm a fan of a lot of different shows, and I have a lot of different friends and different content creators, high and low. But I have to tell you this, that the Saturday shows, you're going to get the best. You're going to get the best out of them. I love seeing those guys every week. Let me see. I know I shared this in here somewhere. Where's Grant's chat? There it is. All right. And real quick, just thank you. Thank you so much out there to Lord Doomcock. Thank you very much, man, for the invite tonight. I apologize for not being able to be there. I love doing what I'm doing here and helping out my friend Scott and helping out whenever I can. But Doomcock, thank you so very much. You were the one who helped to get me over that 1,000 mark and helped me get monetized. And I always love being in your chat, sir. So hail to you. Thank you very much, my brother, for continuing to be my friend throughout these years. So let's talk a little bit. We're going to head over to Bounding Into Comics. Pardon, guys, me being off screen. That's my internet. My internet is so wonky here in Florida. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm back now, and we're going to take a look at what's up, Atlantean. Hail to you, dude. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. What's going on, my brother? What is going on? It is so good to see you. Give me 1 second before we move on. And guys, please subscribe to the Atlantean. That dude has been around here for years. He's one of the realest cats in this community. Brother, it is very good to see you. Hail, man. All right, so we are going to go through a couple more articles today. And this is from Bounding Into Comics. Please, guys, support Bounding Into Comics. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, share out links for their articles. They do so much work for us, so much good content. Very much appreciate them. This is from John F. Trent. Amazon Studios executive admits company is still being intentionally deaf about fan feedback for Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Yeah, of course you are, because it was bad. It was bad. Listen, you don't need an echo chamber. Anybody that's saying you need an echo chamber to know that the Rings of Power was bad, you're just making excuses. That is a show that is nothing but excuses. It's nothing but excuses. It was really bad. Listen, I'll be straight up. The only reason I enjoyed Rings of Power, the only thing that got any enjoyment out of Rings of Power for me is watching Zax's channel. Go check out Zax, by the way. He's going to be having a live stream after this. I believe it's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Great group over there. Flash Phoenix Mags, a lot of excellent content creators, excellent people on his panels. And that's the only reason that's the only joy I got from Rings of Power was Zax being really gay about it. Which he occasionally does, but I'm cool with that because I'm cool with gays. You know what I mean? But he does really put on a lot of that gay heat. And it's slightly uncomfortable, but it's funny. Like, if you can laugh at it, it's funny. Guys, clean your peens and support independent creators. Amazon Studios executive Vernon Sanders, who is the head of global television, recently admitted that the company is still completely ignoring fan feedback about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. You have to, really. You'd have to. It is like, making a turd sandwich and then wanting to hear the feedback. Just, did you like the turd? Was it too soft? All right. Was it all right? Did it have a hard shell? You know what I mean? Does it have a lot of consistency? Well, the bread don't matter at that point. You're eating shit. You don't want to get feedback on something like that. You don't want to hear feedback on Rings of Power because it's bad. It was intentionally made bad because it was made by woke tards who do not care about the past. So we were just talking about, right? You be gay. And wacky leftists bitching about Avatar and his representation and stealing this and then making up terms like blueface and all that shit. All right. They don't care about the past. They don't care about Tolkien's work. People that credit, they don't care about Tolkien's work. They don't care about the consistency of it, about the universe. They didn't care about that. Look, I'm not even like a hardcore Tolkien fan. I love the movies. I read the book once, it's when in my 20s. I will love the cartoons. I watch them every Thanksgiving. Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. I watch, but the Hobbit movies, the Lord of the Rings movies, love them. And even if for someone like me, who is just a fan of the film, really just a fan of the film and the cartoons, you could completely tell that show was not made with any type of love for Tolkien's world. That was ham-fisted, stupid, woke, tarred nonsense. This is exactly how you destroy a franchise. This is exactly what not to do on the wall. Just written across the wall, what not to do with something that is beloved by many people. So of course they're not listening to criticism. And it's the same reason why you be gay and them freaking people don't like the Avatar 2. I'm not defending Avatar 2 in any other way than saying that in whatever way it would create someone to empathize or want to seek out what the references were within the real world that the movie is trying to show, and whatever bridge of understanding or compassion or kindness that would create with indigenous peoples and what they went through, that is the point. But they hate that. You got to hate the past. The past has got to be exactly what they say it is, and it's not even fluid. It's not even something. You understand what I'm saying? Well, speaking with comicbook.com, Sanders first admitted that the company conducted their own study to try and determine how people reacted to the show. Watch The Fellowship. Watch any of the channels in our indie sphere. That's all you got. You want to know what people think? Watch any of them. Go check out Gary. Gary is my boy. He came down hard on that show, man. And go watch, listen to Ryan. Listen to any of the good people. Ita, any of the excellent people that we have in this indie sphere. That's how you know. We were telling you, it's garbage. It's really bad. Can't watch it. Can't even finish it. Give me the meat and give it to me raw. That's it. He relayed. We set up our study with thousands of people, among them thousands of Lord of the Rings fans, to really have a conversation with them as each episode dropped, just to understand how they were reacting. We were doing so much. We were doing as much as 360 comprehensive look to really understand it. And I think we got a lot of those Lord of the Rings fans, both fans of the books and fans of the movies. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Sanders then admitted, we also know that there were some fans who had issues and didn't feel like this was the way they were expecting or done in a way that they expected, and that's natural. It was shite. It was utter shite. I say, oh my, I think whenever you take on something that's so beloved, you're going to probably have a strong reaction for and have some people who just aren't on board. Yeah, like the people who ran it, the people who created this weren't on board. The people who produced this weren't on board. You didn't care about the fans. You didn't care about the lore. You cared about check boxes. You cared about appeasing a woke audience. You cared about serving an audience that will never buy your product or support it. Okay. Did you guys watch any of the. I was on Zax's channel and they were showing clips of the fans of the show that they paid to talk about it, and they didn't even talk about any of the show. It was talk about, oh, I love the representation, and I love that. That's all they talked about, and nothing of substance. Nothing of substance. People want escapism to get away from those topics. We want to come together. We want to feel like we're just normal. All right, we're just humans enjoying something, escaping the world. We don't want to be hit over the head with your far left politics all the time. That's not escapism. That's conditioning, and we're sick of your conditioning. I'm going to go back to the chat real quick, see what anybody is saying. What's there? Yeah, we're just talking about you, Tim. Congratulations on 1,000 subs, my brother. Congratulations to you guys. Please subscribe. Would a mod please put out a link to Tim's talk? Let's get him to 1,100 if he ain't there already. We appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. Good to see you. Congratulations. Glad to see you here. Thank you guys so much. No matter what platform you are on, please make sure to hit that like button, share the link on whatever social media platform you prefer. Support Sporky News Podcast. Let's just get this man back to 5,000 where he deserves and beyond. He is putting out great content for you every week, and I'm so thankful to be here this week, being able to take over for Mad because he was not able to make it. Continues on. He didn't go into any other details, but Amazon Studios and Prime Video embarrassed themselves when they claimed to have brought a number of Lord of the Rings super fans to a special screening of the show's trailer in Mallorca. These super fans didn't seem at all interested in Lord of the Rings when they cut a number of promotional videos that didn't promote the show. Rather, they put the focus on identity politics instead. Yes, that's an issue. Nobody wants identity politics. It sucks. It doesn't sell. If there's probably a niche market for it somewhere, I guess, but you have saturated the market in it. Tried to push this onto the general audiences, which doesn't even people that don't understand what they're seeing understand what they're seeing, and it's not worth it. It's not worth their time. This is not entertainment. It's conditioning. What are we in the freaking? No, is this 1990 USSR? Like, what are you pushing? There's more subtle ways to do that. Please look into the past to American newsreels, any other type of propaganda that has been pushed through our media. But right now it's ham-fisted. It's everywhere. It's a mess. It's all over the internet, and you've got the most mentally ill, the foot soldiers of the far left, like the grunts, the troglodytes of the far left are all mentally ill. It's the people that undiagnosed this or that and told you're fine, you're beautiful the way that you are, you don't need any help. Your mental illness is sparkling, you're stunning and brave. No, those are the foot soldiers constantly out there making a mess, pissing all over everything, pissing on your leg. They don't care about, they don't care. They don't even understand. They don't live. They're warped. They don't even live in the fabric of reality that we live in. And sometimes that can be fun if you like sleeping with that. But it's not. But it's not something that. It's not something that should be running the show. And what's really sick about that, above those piss-ridden, stupid Neanderthals, is people who are not genuine at all about this fight. They're not genuine at all. It's people like pardon me, but it's like people like your Jesse Jacksons and your Al Sharptons from the 80s and from the 90s and 2000s, right? They didn't care about black people. In my opinion, they didn't give a shit about black people. They're making $1. They're making up stuff to have a problem. They're out there creating problems to fight problems, to be champions for shit that isn't a problem anymore. That is what we have. Those types of people, those charlatans out there. And they're all over the place, creating problems to offer no solutions for those problems, but to let you know that you are hurt and you're the reason that this problem exists that they made up, or you for this issue. And to make sure that the mentally ill are fully charged and salivating and foaming at the mouth and banging themselves with ball-peen hammers while rubbing themselves in butter and jerking off, that they're good, you're good, there's no problem with you. And all of that is run by the stooges at the top. And I'm not even talking about the politicians because they're puppets too. You know who they are. Yeah, the elite wealthy, the ones that don't want us, we the people, coming together. We the people, whether it's in this country or it's internationally, they don't want us coming together and fighting that system, that completely awful, divisive, toxic system that promotes values against against the modern family, against traditional families and traditional ways of living. It is completely intolerant and it is disgusting. That is what the rings of power, that is the entire power base of the rings of power. Division, separation, segregation. Stay in your checkbox. You ain't allowed to think. You ain't allowed to empathize. You ain't allowed to know nothing. You're gonna take this content. We're gonna take it, and then we're gonna take this content. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it like an unwanted enema. Then these creators sit around a table. These creators sit around a table, talk about their genitals, what they do with their genitals, whose genitals are what, they're gonna swap their genitals, how they're what they identify with their genitals, and then put it on a show and hate anybody who has a problem with their sickness. Oh my God! One superfan stated out. I'm sorry, guys, I ranted a little. One superfan stated. When asked to describe the trailer, I also want to say representation because we're getting a lot more diversity within the series. Like we're seeing our first black elf. First off, that never needed to happen. That's right here, creating a problem. That black elf, creating a problem. Do I have a problem with the actor? Nah, I don't have a problem with the actor. I've said 100 times. I'm tired of saying it. I liked his armor. Yeah, armor is pretty freaking awesome. You know what I do have a problem with? Completely changing the core of completely changing the world to fit your diversity quota. Don't create a new race. Don't create a new mythical race. Don't do that. Don't introduce dark elves. Maybe some drow. Just dig into the Forgotten Realms and pull out some drow elves. I wouldn't mind seeing some drow. I'm a Driss fan, but you completely change the world to create a problem. All right, those are fair skinned. They're not black. It's what it is. They're not dark skinned. I don't understand. That is simply to create a problem and then call you a bigot because you have a problem with them completely changing the world that you loved and followed for how long. It's disgusting. We're seeing the first female dwarf. Yeah, with no beard. I don't have a problem with the actress that played. I really don't have a problem with the actress that played that part. And again, both of these situations, interracial couples. I don't care if you're an interracial couple. I don't care if you love who you love. You love who you love. I don't care if you're gay, straight. I don't care if where you come from, short, tall, black, white, whatever fuck go. I don't give a shit. You love what you love. You know what I'm sick of? All that being thrown in my face. Been doing it since the 90s over and over again. All right, I get it. Okay. People are allowed to love who they love. Do you mind if I get a white couple somewhere? Is that okay? It's not that I need to see myself on screen, but I'm really starting to notice and be agitated by the propaganda you're pushing at me. And again, there we go. Another couple black guy, black, white. It's not an issue of being interracial. What the issue is, where's the beard? Listen, why is there a black? Why do you have a black person living underground? Why does that? How the fuck does that make sense? Where the hell and how the hell does that make sense? These woke idiots don't care about lore. They don't care about what makes sense. Do I have a problem with the actress? No. Actually, I thought that she was kind of funny here and there. I liked her. I kind of liked the character, to be honest. But it didn't make sense. And I knew why it was there. When you have these woke inserts in our modern myths, for no other reason than diversity, it's noticeable from the rip. And it makes it so much less enjoyable. Or, if it was like one thing you threw in there just to see if it would work or something like that, that'd be different. But it's all over. What they did to Galadriel. Oh, yeah. It's just, oh, my God. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go back to the chat just for a minute because I have been ranting, and I thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much here we go. What's going on, man? I never said no to an enema. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, Zax's people over there, they're kind of gay. I mean, I'm not saying they're gay. I'm just saying they got the gay tendencies and stuff. You know what I mean? It's Dax. Dax is affecting people in a way that makes me uncomfortable. He's got like 20 something thousand subs, for God's sakes. Remember when he was a little channel, a tiny channel. Everybody's bigger than me now. Everybody's freaking bigger than me now. Scott's bigger than me. Everybody's bigger than me now. I used to be somebody, goddammit. So, I mean, that's what Zax does. That's why I haven't been there in a couple of weeks, Flaccid. Because I don't know. It's the gay Rocky 3 intro thing that he did. It made me feel kind of funny in different places. I didn't know. I'm not saying I'm experimental or anything. I'm just saying it made me feel kind of funny. And anyway, let me go back and take care of this. Slender Dad. Absolutely. One Slender Dad. Absolutely, Tim. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. Thank you for supporting all the creators that you have, doing all the work that you do. Much love to you, man. Congratulations again on 1,000 subs. Slender Dad says the Lord is the core. They hollowed out so there would be room for their sick worldview. There was no soul in the whole damn thing. Exactly. No soul in it. There was no reason to support it. There was no supporting reason for it other than woke ideology. Yeah, man. Even the fans the fans that they hired to say how much they loved it couldn't even bring up any aspects of the show other than color or race or it was all nonsense, man. No wonder they don't want to see it. That show, disaster from the rip. And it didn't have to be that. Could have been something gorgeous. Could have been something we all would have enjoyed. Could have been an expansion on the lore that a background on the lore that we already loved. Could have introduced new races. Could have introduced new peoples. Could have introduced, any number of things from different parts of Tolkien's world that were unexplored or were not written about that imaginative, creative people could have brought in. But they didn't do that. They didn't because woke idiots. They don't have imagination. They know how to do exactly what they accuse others of. Appropriate. That's all they know how to do. And it's almost like a vengeance tactic for them. But you're right. Absolutely, Slender Dad. Dude, man, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving me the trust to do this, guys. Mad will be back, I believe, next week. And thank you to him for allowing me to be able to run this week. And appreciate you, Scott, man. Appreciate it. Hope I'm doing you well for you, sir. Guys, please remember to support Sporky News Podcast on whatever platform you are watching. Hit that like button, share out a link. This is one of the realest dudes. One of the realest dudes right here. And he's don't tell Steven he's not black. I'm not black. And thank you, God, and Wes, and how many. Well, I mean, that's what they think, Scott. They're the ones sitting around the table just talking about their genitals and what they do with them and where they put them and what they call them and what they identify them as. And it's like that's all they do, right? I mean, it's just Flaccid Phoenix said, "Hey man, have a good time with the wife, dude. Have a good time with the wife." Thank you so much for being here. Smash that like button, guys. Appreciate you so much for being here. Release the Kraken is in the house. What is up, man? Good to see you. Hail, brother. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Love it, man. Let's see. Thanks for on bacon while I listen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, is that for me? Yay. Did he? Zach's gay pilled you? That's what I'm saying. That's why I haven't gone over there. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like it was getting kind of friendly. It was getting kind of friendly over there with Zach's, and it was. And then he was making me do tests. It was like, would you smash or pass? And it was like dudes. It was all dong. And I didn't know. I felt I didn't want to disrespect the host because I was happy to be there. We've been friends for a while. I've been my fan for a long time. I wanted to support, but it was, I was like, I guess I don't not, I don't understand. I don't understand the feelings that I have right now. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. So let's go back to the article. YouTuber Ryan Cavill, he's straight. I'm pretty sure Ryan's straight. I'm pretty sure he's a hetero. I'm pretty sure Ryan. Yeah. Discovered that channel. Ryan Cavill. Ryan Cavill never invited me. Well, on his show before. No, I think I was on there once. It was a long time ago. I'm not sure. But he's never made me feel gay. You know what I mean? Ryan's never made me feel gay. Zach's kind of makes me feel like, I don't know, like aggressively gay or something. No, I mean, like in the old, like the happy oh my God. Ryan discovered that Channel Williams, one of the so-called superfans, did a video where she revealed she hadn't even watched any of the show. She claimed she was going to binge it once the season ended, but also revealed she was watching House of the Dragon weekly. That's what I'm saying. Nobody supports this. They're bullshitting. Nobody supports this woke garbage. That's great. Oh my God, that's freaking awesome. So if people Amazon used to perform their study or anything like their so-called super fans, they flew to Mallorca to watch the trailer. Their study is probably heavily skewed, and some of them might not even have watched the show altogether. However, this wasn't the biggest reveal that Sanders made. And he actually briefly discussed Charlie Vickers' Hellbrand being revealed as Sauron in the final episode. While discussing Sauron, Sanders made it clear Amazon Studios and Prime Video are not listening to actual fans of J.R.R. Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, who have made it abundantly clear the show is terrible, mainly due to the fact that it is completely threw Tolkien's writing into the waste bin in favor of modern woke sensibilities. One of the challenges for this show when you are adapting something is to tell a story that people are excited to see, but sometimes find ways to surprise them. Sauron, I would argue, is the greatest villain of all time. And how you get to know that person? How do you get to understand how they work? What are the layers here? What are the layers? And I think because the way the story was told and because of the great performances, I think audiences now have an insight on whether he fooled them, whether they knew the entire time. There's a much more interpersonal human side of the character. It's so exciting for people to see. Did he even watch the show? Is this a writer? Like, who is this guy? Who is this? Another person that didn't even watch it? It sucked. Everything sucked. The whole thing sucked. I didn't even care by that point. I don't even think I saw the episode where the reveal happened because I had to bow out. That was it. I didn't want the meat. I didn't want it raw. I couldn't deal with it. You see, and I keep saying that because of Zach's. God damn it, Zach. And I can't. Oh God, it's so bad. It's so bad. Except the show butchers the character of Sauron. The show didn't show his actual fall, his chance at repentance, penance, and obedience, his rejection of it, and then a complete turning into a reincarnation of evil. Tolkien laid out Sauron's character arc in Letter 131, the Milton Waldman writing, and similarity along on the first the Tales of the First Age. Sauron was a being of Valinor, perverted to the service of the enemy and becoming his chief captain and servant. And we didn't get any of that. We didn't get any of that. Oh my God, this article is forever. We know what the hell. I'm going back. Please cover one more article. What do you guys think? Honestly, God, I'm going to be asking this question. I know I already know the answer. Is sticking to source material important? Is the core of a story being used or being recreated or being added to, or any adaptation whatsoever? Does it matter to you? Is there room for any kind of? Can you vacillate with any part of the story? Is there room for creative license? I think there is room for creative license myself. But when the foundation of a show is just all woke politics and all intersectional whatever the hell crap, that's not going to sell. It's never going to sell. How many times do companies need to get woke, go broke before they understand that? And do you guys think that will even end? So let me know there in the chat while I bring up our last article. Really appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much for being with us. And please, no matter what platform you are on, please share, hit that like button and share out a link on whatever social media that you use, because we want to get Sporking News Podcast back to 5,000. He was robbed of like 600 subs after he actually hit that mark, which is something that is very important to us. People that are pushing and creating YouTube channels, the content creators that are constantly working, constantly striving. Those of us who have other lives, this is not the meat and potatoes of our life. those content creators that are working full-time jobs, that are full-time dads like Scott is, the content creators that are doing this because they want to achieve and get to that point where this is what they can do full-time. We are hindered. We are hindered when platforms like YouTube take that many subs away from us for no real apparent reason. They have demonetized Scott on YouTube. They have taken away hundreds of his subs. Why does the system do something like that? Because my man is real and he does not fucking kneel. Because he keeps up the fight. He's fighting for you. He's fighting for me. He's fighting for our modern mythologies. He's out here talking the truth from his heart. He is not kneeling to the far left. He's not kneeling to woke ideology. He is doing what he feels is right. And because he's doing that so well, because of the wonderful content creators that come together on this channel and work with him, whether it's on Monday, Wednesday, or Saturday, because of all of that energy, all that positivity, all of that fight for our culture in this culture war. Because of that, he's getting bucked by the system. He's getting his monetization taken away. Now he's got to try and get it back. He's getting hundreds of subs taken away from him. The system's coming down on my man, Scott, because he's preaching the truth. He's being real. He's keeping it real, and he's doing it for you. He's doing it for all of us. So please share out a link to his channel, no matter what platform it's on, whatever social media platform you use, and help to support my brother as he supports us. Keep it real. We do not kneel. Next up is from Sporking News Podcast. From Bounding into Comics. I can't even. I'm Bounding into Comics again, guys. Please share out a link for Bounding into Comics. Support them on their YouTube channel. Share out links for their articles. Bounding into Comics does so much work for us, putting together information and creating great articles for us. This is from Spencer. Hail to Spencer out there. Thank you very much. Henry Cavill smear campaign claims actor was removed from The Witcher because female Netflix staff found his pushes for source material accuracy to be disrespectful and toxic. What does that say about the crew? If that is true, if this is true, what does that say about the people that are producing the show? The same thing the last article told us. These are people that do not care about source material. Here we had an actor who not only played the part well, is a loved actor because his position is F woke, keep it real. And he had to leave because they weren't. And now the smear campaign from liars begin. Yeah, whenever you catch liars doing their thing, cars, sociopaths, narcissists, liars, bullshitters, whatever the hell they are, whenever you catch them doing their thing, the first thing they do is start that smear campaign. They got to destroy your credibility. They got to protect their bullshit, and they have to protect their lies and reinforce that echo chamber of bullshit and destroy the person who said, I had enough. Let's destroy the person who's speaking the truth. And that's what they're doing with Henry Cavill right now, because he did not want to continue that show because they were not staying true to the source material. Because of all of that show was woke ideology, woke politics. First season was pretty damn good. I liked some of it. I didn't like some of it. Second season was unfreaking bearable. Unbearable, man. What's that say to Witcher fans? Just like about Lord of the Rings fans, Tolkien fans, with what Amazon did with that show. What does it say? Fans are not respected. You are not respected. I am not respected. The things that we love, they're going to be chewed up through a woke grinder and spit back out at us as propaganda, bullshit, division, and hate. That's all it is. They don't care about our modern myths. But Henry Cavill did, and he said, F this, I'm out. Let's take a look at this article from Spencer. Guys, please support Bounding into Comics. Thank you guys so much, Bounding, for putting together all the hard work that you do. And if this is your first time visiting Sporking News Podcast, please smash that like button. Consider hitting that subscribe button, supporting my man, and share out links for his shows. And please come back for the Saturday Dump, one of the best shows you will ever find, the best panels, the best groups of people on YouTube. In what may perhaps be one of the most transparent attempts to smear an actor after they voluntarily left the production, a new rumor claims that Henry Cavill did not leave Netflix's The Witcher of his own accord, but rather was forcibly removed for being disrespectful and toxic. in his attempts to keep the series faithful to its original novels. I totally skipped the name because I was going to mess that up. Disrespectful and toxic. What do liars and bullshitters do? What do toxic people do? What a narcissist and what do bullshitters do? They project. What do illusionists do? They project. Everything that's wrong with them, they project on somebody else. That's what the far left does. That's what these woke idiots do. They're not smart enough to think for themselves, so they appropriate and yell at you for, and then claim you appropriate or you colonize or whatever the hell. And they will project all of their nasty garbage behavior, their perspective onto you, because they're not very imaginative. Liars are not very imaginative people. They don't want you to figure it out. And that's what these motherfuckers have done. Disrespectful and toxic for trying to keep the series faithful. Man, that just says it all. The accusations regarding Cavill's professionalism were first whispered on December 15th episode of Ducks You. Is that like a foreign word? A celebrity gossip podcast hosted by an anonymous founder of entertainment whisper website. As she closed out the episode following a general conversation with her guest, Jerry Connell, the show's anonymous host proceeded to read out a message he received from a source who purported that what really went down between the streaming giant and the fan favorite actor. At the beginning of the show, wrote the source as relayed by the host, Henry was good to work with. A lot of unusual demands, that made people feel like he wasn't really part of the team. I wasn't really a team player, but that's not unusual for a big star. Though in TV, it truly usually doesn't happen until the second season. But then they noted in seasons 2 and 3, something shifted and he became really impossible for women to work with, which is always a big problem. But even worse here because the showrunner is a woman. You all see the narrative, right? Y'all see the bullshit narrative, right? He doesn't like the way that I'm screwing this up and the way that I'm running this. He's mad at my vagina, and so my vagina is mad at him. That's all that is. Women, that's the problem. That not staying true to the source material. Let's shift the blame. Let's shift it. Let's shift everything. Let's create the line and reinforce the illusion. That's the problem. They're the problem, not me. What a piece of garbage. He would try to overrule her and try to get changes made at the last minute across the board without her knowledge, because he was trying to keep it true to the lore, which, if you know anything about show running, is completely effed. The showrunner has to sign off on every minuscule detail down to the buttons on the costume. They didn't care. She didn't care about that. Apparently, she didn't care about that. If you cared enough about that, then a person who is your star, who's the namesake of the show and who is a fan of the material, if they're telling you that shit needs to be changed, that might be a red effing flag, you woke bitch. That might mean that there's a problem. It's all about genitals. It's always about their genitals. It's what they do with the genitals, what they identify with their genitals. The genitals are the problem. Someone else is the problem because their genitals are the problem. I don't get it. Continuing to paint Cavill as a rampant misogynist, the source added, female writers and directors were suddenly completely ignored on set, unable to their jobs. I can just imagine this toxic woke bitch running around to each woman and going, "Are you okay? Are you having a problem?" I think he hates bitches. I think he hates women. So, they all got together around the room and they all just said, let's hate the dick. All right, the dick's causing a problem. Well, we're ruining the show. We're promoting aspects of it that's completely different from the lore, and this dick has a problem with it. He hates our vaginas. God, liars. Every department head was complaining. They accused. He started making comments. That bitch man spoke out. That dick spoke. Dick spoke, and he shouldn't speak. You sit down, you flaccid dick. You take it. You are nothing but a weak bottom. This is nuts. He started making comments. It wasn't a sexual thing. He wasn't grabbing anyone or being lewd, but it was disrespectful and toxic all the same. He wanted you to respect the lore. That's it. You dumb broads. What is your problem? Why are you working in the industry? And how did you find that job? How many gender studies degree do you have? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm bring it back because this kind of stuff gets to me. I guess the third article, I'm doing it myself. I hadn't had a respite or a cigarette. I haven't been able to back off from and it gets to me because this is nonsense. This is all nonsense, and it really pisses me off because it shows just how disrespectful Hollywood, these creators are to our modern myths, what they mean to people, the inspirations that they give to us, the escapism, even the simple escapism and the value of it. They don't care about none of that. They want to promote their woke bullshit. They want propaganda. They want to create division. And if you got a problem with that, you're the problem. All right. Further attempting to sell this unflattering portrait of Cavill, the source went on for the laziest and disingenuous of media tactics and attempted to blame the actor's supposed new attitude on the fact he is deeply addicted to video games, to the point where he was like working with any other addict. And he likes playing games. Any problem but us. It's every problem. So bullshitters and liars, it's any problem with them. Shift the blame. And they're not the problem. You're the problem. He was distracted. He was late. He was obsessive. He didn't give a shit about the show no more. You weren't listening to what he was trying to tell you. You weren't producing a show that mattered. You didn't produce anything that respected the fans or the lore. You didn't care, so he didn't care. But now he's a problem because he's not your whipping boy. A lot of people think that the misogyny came from the gamer world. Oh, we're reaching back to Gamergate again. Guys. Oh, God. The Fandom Menace, Volume 1. Please go to my channel. There's links for the Fandom Menace Volume 1, A Fandom Betrayed there. And please research, or please look at the first effing chapter, Gamergate. Pretty much lays all this out, this bullshit narrative, this horrible nonsense, this shit that they keep reaching back to. That was a self-created problem that they made because they were trying to protect somebody who was blowing like 5 different game developers. I kid you not. I kid you not. They propped this hoe up in the freaking UN. They brought this hoe up into the UN, fighting misogyny in gaming. It's one of my best works, actually. Chapter 1 of the Fandom Menace, volume 1. Please check it out if you get the chance. Let's see. Video game bro language is not how you talk to coworkers, and he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop submitting to our bullshit narratives. Whoa! Submit to my vagina, you, my evil snatch, you bad man. Shut up, you dick. You're a bottom. You're nothing but a bottom. Get down. Oh my Lord. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chat real quick. Yeah, exactly, Katina. Exactly. Let's see. Let's tell you. Scott as a forerunner approves of this Walton cast. All right, hail to that. Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Yeah, stupid bitches. Let's go back to stupid bitches, and I'll keep going forward. I wouldn't have noticed. I've been wrong. I wouldn't notice I haven't been wrong yet. Hey, man, you're a smart thinker. You're a small thinker. Hail, brother. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. See, they want to escape reality of story. Escape reality of story and basic common sense. Absolutely, bro. I'm freaking retarded. Soul Assassin says the writer deleted the Slam article and tried to make nice after she got called out. Good, but you know what? The internet never forgets. Trust me, I know. I've done some dumb shit. Don't go shirtless on the internet unless you have a really good. I know the internet doesn't forget. And good, I'm glad she got called out because this is ridiculous. The show is about Yennefer. They should have called it The Witch because it sure as F wasn't about Geralt of Rivia. Yes. And that is, again, one of the problems, isn't it? That's one of the problems. Same thing Kathleen Kennedy did with Ray, Ray Palpatine. It's the same thing over and over again. We keep these. Look, I know for damn sure, because I have enjoyed entertainments and science fiction and fantasy almost my entire life. I know for damn sure that there are women out there who are competent writers, creators, designers, producers. I know that they're actors. I know this because I have seen them. I've seen their work, and I have enjoyed the work that has been produced by women. These gender studies degree, woke left bitches are dumb as fuck. And they can't create anything, and they're only concerned about hurting men because they're damaged broads who should all just be sent to an island of let's put them all on the island of Lesbos and let them just stay there. Just let them go there and airdrop dildos. I'm sorry. Whatever. You know what I mean? if you hate men, go hate men someplace else. It's these people that are so angry with themselves. They feel like they have no self-worth. People that have a complete lack of self-worth. The people that don't have the energy or strength to aspire and better themselves. That don't have the strength to make leaps, to make moves, to better themselves. That will quickly blame anything or anyone else for their own problems, create an enemy, and then shift any blame and use any excuse to that enemy as to why they're not bettering themselves as people. And that's basically all of fucking wokedom. That's all these people. That's all they do. That's why they can't stand us, Slender Dad. That's why they can't stand Soul Assassin, Awesome One, Katina, Tina. It's why they can't stand, Mark. What is up, Mark? Hail, brother. Good to see you. It's why they can't see Scott. It's why they can't stand any of us, y'all. Because we are people who live how we live, grow how we grow, understand ourselves. When we F up, we try and make corrections. We try and better ourselves. We own our shit. These woke idiots, they don't do that. It's just shifting the blame. It's all about destroying other people because they're destructive people inside. They bullshit themselves. They're illusionists, and they'll never own their shit. Let's see. The show was about Yennefer. I know. Tina Bode said, I'm surprised Cavill did have more creative control since the series was such a passionate project for him. I bet it will be different with the new series. Absolutely. It's going to be garbage. It's going to fall right apart. They got to do a spin-off series, and it's going to go full woke because you won't have at least the star who apparently just got so sick of it he couldn't take it anymore. That is trying to hold it to some kind of good, decent quality of storytelling, or with respect to the lore itself. Yeah, man. So what's wrong with Gamer Talk? Ain't nothing wrong with Gamer Talk, Tina. You know what's up. He said, but I might not be the right one to talk about that because I could cuss worse than most. Yeah, hon, you need to. You're going to my heart right now. You're really going after my heart right now, Katina. Soul said Yennefer was a babe. That's my part in this discussion. Yeah, I no problem with that. She's a babe. You know what I mean? You got to see some. I was happy, but the story wasn't about her. Although she, it was what it was, brother. Slender Dad says, as a gamer since 85. Oh, shit. 85? Yo, I remember Game Wizard, dude. I remember putting that. You remember that? And the RF switch? You remember the switch that you would put on the back of the TV? I played Pong, and I ain't afraid to even say that. As a gamer since 85, I can tell you with the idea of guys not wanting girls in gaming is an effing myth. I know. A gamer girl is a gem. That is a gem. Will they talk shit? Yes, we want more gamer girls. Absolutely, we do. Absolutely. Oh, there are so many things I want to say right now, but I'm not going to do it on Scott's channel. But yes, you're absolutely right. Every gamer girl fantasy that you have seen, we live that life. Hail, Thunder Dad. We all on the same level, brother. The Island of Daddy Issues. Yeah, send them all there and pop bombs on them. Awesome one. Yennefer is now a lady driving people mower at Walmart. Yeah, no doubt. Katina Martin says, men think it's hot when they find out I play games and love anime. I'm turned on right now, Katina. I'm just thank you for being here. Hail to you. Thank you I'm going to stop before I get the awesome one says, I prefer to have someone who is not like me. Hail to that, my brother. Guys. Thank you for all of the comments. Let's see if there's anything left here to look over. Playing up the pearl clutching act was too much to be taken seriously. The source then fear-mongered. Someone on the show compared it to watching someone being brainwashed by QAnon. Oh, wow. They're really just stretching for anything, ain't they? His whole personality shifted. Everything is, oh, my God. Slander. Giving a list of examples of the Cavill's disrespectful behavior was sort detailed. He would rewrite scenes without even alerting the other actors in the scenes until it was time to shoot. He decided that he didn't want to do any romantic scenes at all. No kissing, no shirtless scenes. No, he didn't want to do none of it because he was completely taken out of the show. You destroyed his want or need to be in this show. You destroyed it. This is a really good article, my friends. Please please go read the rest of it. If you are a fan of this, please go read the rest of what Spencer put together here over at Bounding Into Comics, and make sure to let them know. I mean, give them a tag, throw out a like, throw out on their channels. Just stop by their channel sometime and say hi. They really do appreciate that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, man, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I know this isn't the normal format that you guys have been used to. Mad was unable to make it, and a lot of the holiday weeks, there's a lot of people that just weren't able to be here. And thank you very much for spending this time with me. Thank you to Scott for allowing me to host this show. And thank you to everyone who supports my friend Scott, Sporting News Podcast, who has supported him in the last several years. I said it once, I'll say it 100 times. This community consists of a lot of great people, a lot of whom I've known as friend. There is a small group that I myself would classify as both friend and real. Scott's the realest of the real. And not only is he the realest, but he also surrounds himself with real. Some of the most talented, intellectual, funny, well-thought people, content creators in this community, in our entire indie sphere, you will find at Scott's table, sitting around, hanging out, discussing things on his shows. So please support not only Sporting News Podcast, but everyone who comes over to this channel and support and hangs out with him. You are greatly appreciated for everything you do, my friends. I love being here. I love being a part of this. Thank you, Scott, so much for allowing me to host this. And guys, remember to please support your favorite 2 or 3 content creators out there, no matter if they're making books, no matter what lunch table they sit at. If you like them, if they give you escapism, if they produce content that you enjoy, don't care what nobody else thinks. You support those independent creators. You support that creator, and you share out links. Doesn't matter how big or small they are. You share out those links, and you make sure you know that you appreciate them because they appreciate you. So please do that, because we don't have an industry to support us here. We only have ourselves, and we rise together. I am author Stephen Walton, the fandom menace historian, your historian, born in the chats of the High Council with my brothers and sisters fighting for our modern mythologies. Wash your hands, wash your ass, be good to each other, yet suffer no fools.